Alright, what's going on very back for you starts is I guess today we are back. I guess today we're going to be doing some more Nations Roleplay 3. Okay, so today we're going to be doing a civil war in no. So okay, I'll go on. So for today, we're going to be doing a civil war in. So today, we're going to be doing a East versus West. All right, today. Actually, no. All right. So yeah, I'm not even gonna say. So today, okay, I've got an idea for today. So today, we're going to be doing a civil war. So yeah, today we're going to be doing a bunch of different. Yeah, all right. I've got an idea for today. So today we're going to be doing a big world war. So today we're going to be doing a scenario where Turkey reforms the Ottoman Empire. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing that they're going to do is Turkey is going to have a so first of all is Turkey has a massive civil war. Okay, now the civil war comes and pushes Turkey until eventually we get Ankara, which is our capital, and then bam, okay, and then officially Turkey becomes a, yes, there we go. Now, the first thing that's going to happen is that Turkey is going to declare war on Syria, okay, now they're going to push through Syria, and, yeah, Syrians cannot stand, and they become the first country in their Ottoman Empire, okay. Then they're going to declare war on the Caucasus, okay, so Armenia will die, and then they'll ask Azerbaijan to join them, which Azerbaijan will accept. So then Azerbaijan will join the Turkish Empire. Then over here we got Georgia joining. Oh yeah, I need to set up the Ottoman Empire. Just so I know what I'm doing. Okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so then, wait, let me just quickly go onto images. I just want to make sure I know what the Ottoman Empire looks like. You guys aren't going to see how it goes, but I am. Alright, I know what I'm doing now. Okay, so then what happens next, guys, is... Oh my god, dude. So, then what happens next, guys, is... So, then... well, no, I actually won't use a map. At least I know what it looks like now, so yeah. I was going to make me on. Alright, anyways, so yeah, then they declare war on Lebanon, and then they're going to declare war on Cyprus, and then eventually they're also going to declare war on Israel and Palestine, and also Jordan. And then they're also going to declare war on Iraq, and also Kuwait, and then that's that good done. And then they're going to make a big... then they're going to attack Iran. Alright, so they're going to go through... Eventually, they're going to capture a bit of Iran. Okay, so then Iran's going to surrender. So basically, making that okay. Then the next target is going to be. Then they're going to go into Egypt. Okay, they're going to declare war on Egypt. Now, Egypt is obviously not really that strong. Okay, yeah, Ottoman Empire, because like Turkey's in like 9th place. So, alright, so yeah, they're gonna fail and die. Alright, now they're actually also going to declare war on Saudi Arabia. So they're gonna take over. So they're gonna surrender in like seconds, but yeah, they took over like the outside parts of it. So they took over that part. Now, the next thing that's gonna happen is that Turkey is going to now shift its focus to Europe. Right. So first of all, it's going to declare war on Bulgaria. Okay, it's going to go through Bulgaria without anything, and they die. Then they go through North Macedonia, and then they're going to declare war on Albania. Okay, they're getting rid of that. Then they make a big push into Greece. Right, they surround Greece, and then make a big push. Okay, so they're going to go through Greece, through this way, and there. Now, this is Also their dreams. So yeah, basically then they capture that guy, okay? And then also they actually do get over Yemen as well, okay? So yeah, that's now their little empire done, okay? Then they're going to focus now, and then they're going to declare war on Sudan. Okay, so they're gonna go through Sudan until Sudan surrenders. Okay, and then they're also gonna go through over here, and then they're also gonna go through South Sudan, and then they're also gonna declare war on Eritrea, and then lastly they're going to declare war on Libya. Okay, and then that's kind of the African territories. Okay, then they're going to declare on Libya. Now they're actually going to just steal the northern parts of Libya. Right here. And then they're going to declare. So actually, no, so they're going to take over all of Libya, and then they're going to declare war on Tunisia, and then they're going to take over the northern parts of Algeria. All right, and that's kind of their conquest done in Africa. Then they're going to focus all of their army now in Europe, right? So they're going to declare war. They're going to declare war on Montenegro, Kosovo, Serbia. So all these countries will basically just run through. Then they're going to declare war on Romania. And then eventually they're going to declare war on Bosnia. And then also Croatia, and then also Slovenia. Alright. And then eventually they're going to declare war on Hungary. And okay, and yeah, then the Ottoman president. Okay, now they're going to go for the world, then they're going to go for then they're going to declare war on different other countries. So, after that war, they're going to now declare war on, so now that they've reformed the Ottoman Empire, now they're going to make their, go after other countries for what they want. So, they're going to declare war on Austria, until they meet, and then they're going to go to, and then Czechia and Slovakia will be next. And then they're going to meet fierce resistance from Poland, Germany, France, and Italy. Now, they're going to go after the weakest of them all, which is Poland. So they're going to push through Poland. Poland tries, but can't really do it. And yeah, sorry, okay, yeah. So then they have access to the Mediterranean. Now, after this little war, guys, they've kind of reformed like their massive Ottoman Empire, okay, right here. Now, they're going to also declare, and yeah, alright, so they did that. Now, there's going to be let's play about okay, there's going to be a anti-alliance, to stop the Ottoman Empire. So, it's going to contain Russia, Italy, and then we've also got France and Nigeria. Okay, those are the countries that are going to try and stop the Ottoman Empire from its expansion. So, there's going to be 3 countries that are going to stop the Ottoman expansion. Or 4, actually. Okay, so now the new Ottoman this is called the anti-Ottoman Empire Alliance, because basically they're going to try and kick out Ottoman. So the first thing that's going to happen, right, and then also Saudi Arabia is going to join this alliance as well, just for help. Alright, so the first thing that's going to happen is that the first thing that's going to happen, guys, is that Iran is going, so there's going to be quite a few different countries that are going to join this alliance. But yeah, mainly the ones that kind of like border, right? And then also Ethiopia is going to join the alliance as well, and also yeah, quite a few different countries join it. But yeah, Ethiopia eventually joins this alliance because they want to help them out. And then lastly is going to be this country right here. Now, in the new Ottoman Empire alliance, it's going to contain these countries. Okay, they're going to try and get rid of the Ottoman Empire and stop their expansion once and for all. All right. Let's start. So the first thing that's going to happen over here in Europe, right? The first thing that's going to happen is in Europe, right? Basically, after Russia. So the first thing that happens, guys, is that Germany comes through here, and they're going to declare war on Poland. Okay, so they're gonna kick the Ottomans out of Poland. Now, Ottomans do a little push, but obviously they're not gonna be able to, and yeah, they get kicked out of Poland. Okay, then then they're going to start declaring on the Balkans, right? So Italy's going to go through Slovenia, and then they're also going to go through Croatia. Now the Ottoman Empire is going to make a big push back a little bit, but obviously it's not going to work, right? And yeah, they're going to make a little bit of push into Poland. Okay, but yeah, that's where Germany, France, and all them they're going to like have a massive defense. So then what's going to happen next is they're going to kick them out of Poland. They're going to a massive push into Czechia and then eventually Slovakia as well. And then eventually they're also going to declare war on and eventually going to keep on pushing it through. And then also Britain's going to join this alliance just because it's in a strong country. Now, Ottoman Empire is not really going to have any allies to help them out, so they're just basically on their own. Now, the UK is going to send Ireland's going to help. Let's just make Ireland this alliance. So let's get let's just make it Britain. Okay, let's just make it Britain. Now, Britain's going to send some aid down. Oh yeah, and then also we got some other countries like Belgium, Netherlands. They're also going to join the alliance, and Luxembourg. Might as well. Anyways, so now, so UK and the Benelux region are going to give some aid to to Germans and all that, and yeah, then they're going to keep on going with the push, right? So they're going to go through Croatia, and then eventually they're going to now start making a push into Romania, and then obviously, and then Turkey. All of Turkey's defense actually is down here, so that is from Montenegro to Bulgaria. Okay, they're protecting that, so they don't really care about the other colonies. Okay, they just want to protect all the others. Right? So with that, they make a big push into the others. So Serbia, and then also we got Bosnia and Herzegovina. Yeah, so I got that. Now, that's where the Ottoman Empire is going to make a massive defense. Right, that's where the Balkans are going to stop. Okay, now, they're going to send aid over to Saudi Arabia, and then Saudi Arabia. Well, actually, okay, so Saudi Arabia is going to last, but. So then what happens next, guys, is the African expansion. So what's going to happen next, guys, is Ethiopia is going to declare war on... Ethiopia is going to... so Ethiopia needs to country. Now, Algeria is going to be in this alliance too. And yeah, they're going to... Yeah, so Algeria is going to be in this alliance too. Now, they're going to, first of all, go into South Sudan and then eventually start. Okay, so... Now, it's not... Now, all the Turkish soldiers aren't really in Africa. Excuse me. Jeez, I make up him. Now, they're going to kick them out here. Okay, then Algeria is going to make a big push and take back the land, and then they're going to declare war on Tunisia, and then they're going to they're going to declare on Libya. So yeah, and then lastly, they're going to kick. And then lastly, they're going to declare on Egypt, and then yeah, so then basically Ottoman Empire is kicked out of Africa. Now Iran's going to do the exact same thing. Okay, what they're going to do is they're going to go through here, and they're going to kick the Ottomans out of their territory, and then Russians are going to help them out. Alright, they're going to take over all of the Caucasus right here. And even this little enclave area, and then Saudi Arabia is going to help by taking over Yemen, and then they're going to take back all of their land, and then they're going to defeat Kuwait, and then they're going to declare war on Iraq. Right. So back over here in Europe, guys. Then we've got like all of the other little countries right here are going to get pushed back. Right now, the Ottoman defense is actually being split up because they're going to have to protect the mainland. Okay, so that's going to cause all of this up. Like I say, then eventually the Ottoman Empire will lose all of its mainland in Turkey. Now, Ottomans, the whole European thinks that Ottomans are fight back, right? But they actually are. Okay, then they're going to make a massive pushback, right? They're going to make a massive pushback into Greece, with the Red Army, and then they're going to push back the Red Team in Europe. Alright, and then yeah, they're gonna go back into defense. Now the Red Team are going to now protect. So Red Team, I've got a lot of their army in Romania. They're gonna try and protect that. But yeah, overall, the defense is gonna go even worse. So yeah, they're going to and eventually the Ottomans are going to take that one. Okay, then the Ottoman Empire. So then the red team are going to protect the Austria, Hungary, Romania. Okay, so that's basically what they're going to protect. Now, Ottoman Empire's got European back. Right now, they're also going to make a big push back into Iraq. Right, so they're going to make a big push into Iraq and Kuwait, and then eventually they're going to go back in and they're going to take back their lands from the Ottomans. Then they're going to make a big push back into the over here, and actually this time they're actually going to defeat Saudi Arabia, and then they're going to make a big push in some of these other countries. Then they're going to make a big push into Iran, but this time instead of just taking over that little part, they're going to take over a lot of Iran, alright, until Iran, so make a lot of Iran. Now, Iran pushes back, so basically then Iran pushes back, and yeah, so they're pushing back, and yeah, and then they're going to make a big push back into Europe, and then they're going to take over a few territories of the Ottoman Empire. Now, the Ottoman Empire is not going to defeat. So then they're going to keep on going around. Okay, they're going to keep on declaring war on Iran. And yeah, they're going to keep on going declaring war on Iran until Iran makes a big surrender, and now they're out of the war. Okay. So then in the peace treaty, yeah. Now the Russians are going to kick back Iran. They're going to liberate Iran again. All right, so they're going to go through and they're going to attack Iran. All right, well, Turkey even. Now the Ottoman Empire just wants to have their land. Okay, now Russia is going to send some aid through. So Russia's going to send some aid they're going to walk through Iran, they're going to go through the Persian Gulf, they're going to go through the Arabian Sea, and then they're going through the Red Sea, okay, and then they're over in Egypt. So basically the Ottomans are the Ottomans are going to manage to take over the Suez Canal, but all of the other land right here, so all of this area is being guarded by Russians, right? So now Ottoman Empire cannot get Africa, okay. But yeah, so the one successful thing though is about the red team is that they're going to make a big push into Bulgaria. Okay, so they're going to make a big push into Bulgaria. And instead of taking over all of the other conquered land, they're actually going to go through here. They're actually going to declare war on Turkey. Okay, they're going to go through the mainland. Okay, so they're basically going to block the mainland, and then that's basically going to stop. That's basically going to block. Right, then they're going to make their big push again. Okay, so they're going to take over Serbia, Kosovo. They're going to take over all of the other territories that the Ottoman Empire had. Okay, then they're going to declare war on. They're going to declare war on all the other countries right here. Now, Croatia and Slovenia is going to be kind of hard to invade, and then they're going to invade Slovenia and then Croatia. Okay, so eventually, then the Ottoman Empire. So then, now, Turkey pushes back the Ottoman Empire. Pushes back the red team back into Greece, and then they're going to make a big push back. Now they're going to make a big defense over here in they're going to make a big defense right here in so they're going to make a big defense in Croatia, Serbia, and Bulgaria. Okay, so yeah, they're going to make a big defense with Russian help. Now the red team is kind of in a bit of trouble, yeah, because basically the Ottoman Empire is back, and actually the Ottoman Empire is not allowed. Okay, basically they're going to go through Croatia. All right, so they're just gonna basically go through Serbia. Now the Ottoman Empire is now shifting their focus. They're leaving Bulgaria, so that's gonna make Bulgaria get taken over. But yeah, Romania is going to Romania is going to be heavily defended, because then they know that that's going to be their biggest money. That's going to be their biggest war for the Ottomans. Now, the Ottoman Empire is looking very hard to invade. Okay, now the red team is now the Ottoman Empire is going to come in and push back the red team. Right, they're going to go through here. Right, they're going to go back over here, and yeah, they're going to make a big push into the Ottomans. Now, instead, they're actually going to, and then instead of actually doing a lot of things, they're actually going to invade. So then they're going to invade Georgia, but this time they're actually going to do a massive invasion on Russia. Okay, so yeah, because they really hate Russia. Now they're going to go through Crimea, and then that's going to cause Ukraine to come in and push back. This is kind of random, but yeah, Ukraine does push back. Ukraine does come in and push back the comes in and pushes back the Russians, reclaiming all their land. Okay, and then Turkey gives Crimea to Ukraine. All right. Now, over here, the Ottoman Empire is going to continue its little expansion, alright, until they go over here, and then they're going to take over part of Russia. Okay, now Russia sees this, and they're going to push back the Ottoman Empire from their territory. Okay, so they're going to kick the Ottoman Empire out of their territory, and then they're going to make a big attack into Georgia. Now the Ottoman Empire is going to start its push into Africa again. Okay, so they're going to now they're going to try and break the Russian defense, but yeah, because some of Russia's military is now this area is like heavily defended. Okay, so basically that's going to cause now the Ottomans soon break into the defense, and then they're going to start going over all Egypt. Okay, now the Russians are backing up into Sudan. They're going to try and protect Sudan from the Red Sea. Now, the Ottoman Empire is going to do something a little bit different. Okay, they're actually going to focus all of their men up north. Okay, so they're going to declare war on Libya. And then they're going to stop there. Okay, then they're going to refocus all of their military down here, and then they're going to retake over Sudan. And then this time, they're actually going to take over. Then they're going to take over South Sudan again, and this time they're actually going to declare war on Ethiopia. Okay, they're going to fully take over Ethiopia, and then this time they're actually going to declare war on Somalia. And then they're going to surround the Djibouti and Eritrea until they fall. Okay, then the Ottoman Empire is going to continue its expansion down here until pretty much more countries join this new Russian expansion. So Congo eventually joins this, and then we've also got basically all of Africa pretty much is going to join this Ottoman Empire expansion basically. So basically a lot of Africa right here, guys, is going to join the African so basically a lot of Africa is going to join the African the Ottoman Empire, the anti Ottoman Empire alliance. So that's going to make Turkey all mad, and instead because their goal wanted to be invading their little territories, and their new goal is to take over all of Africa. Okay, just so then they could defeat. Yeah. So basically, a lot of Africa right here, guys, what is going to join this new alliance. Okay, so so over here. So, basically the one's going to continue until and then eventually South Africa's the only left, and they're all going to join this special alliance with the Ottoman Empire. Yeah, because their actual goal is they want to remove the Ottoman Empire from Africa. Okay, they don't want any more countries to be in Africa. Okay. Now, with this new alliance being created, they're going to start their little push into some country. Okay, so they're all going to push into Somalia, and they're going to eventually liberate Somalia, and then they're also going to liberate Ethiopia. Now, this is the biggest alliance yet. Okay, Ottoman Empire can't really defeat all these African countries that they're teaming up against. Okay, now, eventually they're going to make a big push into Libya. Now, the Ottoman Empire is going to try and defend, but obviously they can't really defend a powerful nation. Okay, yeah. Then they're going to retake Egypt, and they're actually going to split the Ottoman Empire into two. Okay, so then they're going to fully take over here, and then they're going to now defend the Suez Canal. Okay, then they're going to go through and take over here, the rest of the territories of the Ottoman Empire. Now, Russia's very happy by this because they've got a massive alliance. Right now, they're actually going to. So then, Ottoman Empire has kind of lost in Africa a lot. Okay, so basically now they won't be able to get Africa again because all of Africa is basically united to defeat them. Now, there's going to be some other countries that are going to join this little union. Okay, so then we've got Spain join this little union. this alliance. And then we've also got Portugal. So Portugal and Spain are going to join this little alliance to defend themselves. Now they're also they're also a bit more powerful nations over here. Okay, so yeah, there we go. Now, the Ottoman Empire is getting very. The Ottoman Empire is losing quite a bit. Okay, they've lost in Africa. They've tried getting they've just got back all their territories, but yeah, they are losing very heavily in Africa. Okay, yeah, they're losing a lot in Africa. So. Yeah, now they're kicked out of Africa because all of Africa is basically united with Russia to defeat them. Now, they're going to now declare war on Palestine and Israel. They're going to kick into them, and then Saudi Arabia is going to come in and they're going to now. Also, the empires get really mad and they actually deploy a lot of their military. Okay, they're going to go in here, but this time they're going to push back the Union. Okay, then they're going to get the Suez Canal, and then they're going to make a big push. Now they're going to make a little bit of a push, but obviously the African Union is too powerful. Okay, they just kick them out of Africa. All right, so yeah, then eventually the whole Ottoman Empire so eventually so basically the Ottoman Empire is losing to quite a few different countries. Okay, they're losing to so Ottoman Empire is losing a lot of their military. Okay, now the military now is very low. Okay, yeah, because they've got quite a couple left. Okay, so that's going to cause some kind of problems. Okay, basically that's going to cause the red team to push back into Croatia and then Bosnia. So basically pushing back into the whole Balkans. All right, so they're going to push back. Now this is actually going to be the final Ottoman Empire defeat. Okay, so they're going to push back the Ottomans very far until they're going to Greece, and then they're going to and then eventually they're going to eventually kick out Greece from over here. All right, they're going to liberate Greece and all of the Baltics. That's how Malta is like. Then they're going to go down here and take over, liberate Cyprus, and then so then eventually they're going to meet resistance. So then eventually they've took over all of that. Okay, now, the Ottoman Empire is going to liberate Azerbaijan and then also Armenia. So there we go, and then Iran. Then Iran and Saudi Arabia, they're going to take back all of their so then they're going to take back all of their territories from the Ottoman Empire. And then they're going to push, and then the then Ottoman Empire just has enough military to push back the Israels, and they're going to make a big push again into their territory. So then they're going to have just enough military to push into the land, okay, and then they're going to push back into Israel. So they're going to push back the Iran people. Alright, right here. Now that goes good, but obviously the whole alliance now unites, right? So then they're going to go back to taking up. So yeah, then the whole red team comes in and they decide to take over all. They decide to push back the Ottoman Empire from their land. Okay, now that's gonna be kind of. So then the Ottoman Empire is only down to the Middle East, right? And also we've got Europe. So with this whole war going on, the Ottoman Empire now uses the last part of their military to protect all of their other colonies, right? So basically Syria, Lebanon, Iraq, Kuwait, Jordan, and then Israel and Palestine. Alright, so but yeah, so the red team's power is too strong. Okay, because yeah, basically they've got Russia. So they try, but yeah, so then they liberate Kuwait. They go through Jordan, right, and then they're going to go through Israel and Palestine. Okay, then they're going to a massive operation liberate Iraq, and that's going to go success. And then lastly, actually the Europeans are going to go through here, going to kick through the Ottoman Empire, okay, until Ottoman Empire loses Ankara, okay. And then they're going to make a big war into here, okay. Now the Ottoman Empire is only down to Trabzon, it's like the capital, because yeah, they've only got 2 colonies left, okay. And then and then the European alliance is going to go through Lebanon, and then they're going to take over the capital Syria until Syria eventually falls to the Ottoman Empire, okay. Then, in one last move, the Ottoman Empire uses some of their military left, and then they push then they make a big push into here, and then they're going to retake over all of their. They're going to retake over parts of Iraq, and then also parts of Israel, and then parts of Jordan. Okay, so they try and do that, but obviously the red team's just too powerful, and they kick back the Ottoman Empire all out of their land. And yeah, then they're going to make a big push until they lose Ankara again, and then officially Turkey surrenders. Okay, so there is the war of the Ottoman Empire. Okay, so then they try, but obviously, yeah, then they lose all of their land. Now there is actually no peace treaty for this. There's no countries that decide to take over whatever land, but yeah, basically in the war, the now. So now so yeah, basically there is no peace treaty for this, guys. It's going to be the main map, right? But yeah, what's going to happen is there is going to be a bit of peace treaty. So basically, Cyprus is going to be united again into its full form. Greece is going to and then we've also got Greece taking over. So there is going to be a peace treaty with Greece and Bulgaria. Okay, Greece is going to take over all of the northern parts of so Greece is going to take over all of the northern parts of that side of Turkey, and then Syria is going to take over and then Syria is going to take over this part of Turkey, and then this part, and then Russia is going to Russia is going to fully take over Georgia, and then they're going to take over this part of yeah. So then the Georgians are going to take over that part, okay, and then yeah, so there we go. Alright, so ending the conflict. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. Oh yeah, and then also Ukraine, since Ukraine kind of joined the war in Turkey, the Russians are going to, so then in the peace treaty of Ukraine, of them declaring war on Russia, they're going to lose a bit more of their land, okay. Ukraine is going to be fully annexed into Russia, okay. This kind of peace treaty for attacking them, alright. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to see any videos on the channel, and bye.